Alright guys, welcome back to part 2 of our Warcaster skirmish game. I'm joined again by Jay.
Hey
Welcome
guys,
Jay.
how's it going?
We ended yesterday's stream at the end of Pulse Round 1. When we ended the stream, we realized that I actually had duplicates of Velocity Projector in my hand. So I'm going to draw one last card for the turn, and then we're going to kick it off at the top of Pulse Round number 2. So Jay, it is your turn.
Right, not a problem. Um, yeah, man, I know he cheats. What can we do?
Hey man, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
All right. So let's do this thing.
For the
All
football
right,
fans out there, I'm a Patriots fan.
all right. Just to remind you guys from the last stream, hopefully you've just hopped right back into. If you're seeing this on YouTube, hopefully you've just hopped over from part 1 to part 2. But at the beginning of each pulse round, you clean up everything. So you clean up all the tokens, all of the activation tokens. You clean up all of the cards that are in play on units and put them in your discard pile. If we were playing a full-size game, you'd score points. You roll for continuous effects, and you reset the board state so that the turn counter is back at turn 1, and you go up and you hit the button to say that you're pulse round 2. So now the game is where the game starts getting exciting, because in Pulse Round 2, the value of your objectives all go up to 2 points each, and in Pulse Round 3 they'll go up to 3 points each. So even though right now that we're tied, if either one of us can get even a small advantage in Pulse Round 2, in Pulse Round 3, the person with the advantage just has to stop the other person from taking 1 or 2 objectives and score 2 themselves, and they can very easily win the game. So let's see if I can carry this game and put the Marcher Worlds in their place.
The Marcher Worlds will never be contained.
You say that now, but just you wait. Okay. So I guess the most important thing for me right now is getting objectives scored. So I am going to start my turn. I'm going to look at the ready phase. We've just begun a new pulse round, so there aren't any activation tokens on any of the models in play. So now we're going to go to the charge phase. So for those that remember, I have 1 arc over here on my Paladin Commander. I have 2 over here on my Firebrand. And I have none on my Squad, which is 1 model down, and none on my Weaver. So I think, let me see, let me look at my hand real quick. So, if I was to do that, where could I get up to? Not bad. Would that let me do it? Yeah, I think that's a use of that. Okay. So I think I'm not going to charge any of my models, and I'm gonna stay with what I have out. So then I'm gonna go to my first Cipher phase, and I am going to play Ascension Catalyst. So what Ascension Catalyst does, guys, and gals, a Warjack, play this on a friendly Warjack. The Warjack gains +2 speed and flight. Ascension Catalyst lasts until the end of the turn. So I'm going to put that on my Firebrand. So now I'm going to my activation phase, and I'm going to choose to activate my Paladin Commander and my Firebrand. So I'm going to activate the Firebrand first, and he's going to activate and move. I'm going to move him 8 inches. He's normally speed 6. And because of flight, I can ignore that difficult terrain. So he's going to land right there. All right. So then, looking at the table, I can't see any of the guys over here, fortunately. I am, however, within 9.7 inches of his Weaver,
No.
and within 10 inches or so of his Jack and this one last remaining guy from his squad. So I'm going to use my Harbinger cannon, and I'm going to spike. So what that does is it allows me to ignore line of sight when attacking enemy models this turn. And I'm going to choose to shoot at his Dusk Wolf.
Oh.
So, yeah, okay, but it gets better. So the
Wait,
Harbinger
there's
cannon,
more.
exactly. The Harbinger cannon has strafe. So when I declare my attack, after declaring the target, I get to roll a red die. For every strike that I roll on the red die, I can target one additional model within 2 inches of the initial target, ignoring the initial. Each model can only be targeted by one attack. So I'm going to roll this die, and I rolled a 2. So I'm going to choose to shoot at this Ranger Fire Team guy. That is definitely within 2. Yep.
Yep.
I'm going to shoot at your gate as well.
So this is how we're starting things, eh?
Hey, I got to get some revenge, man. That end of the last pulse round was pretty rough on me. You scored this point, tied it up. You got this gate sitting over here waiting to encroach on my objective number 3. I don't like that stuff, man. I got to strike back. All right, so Harbinger Cannon. So my Warjack has a rat of 4.
All right. And mine has a defense of 3.
Okay, and I have 1 red die because I have 1 arc remaining on my Jack.
Yep, that's the thing.
So I'm going to come over here and roll it up. So I rolled a 5. Looks like you got a 2. Just drop it and see what happens. Okay, you got a 1. All right, so I beat you by 4.
This is gonna hurt.
Yes, it is.
yes, it is.
All right, so the Harbinger Cannon is a POW of 4, and your armor is 4.
Yep.
So I'm going to roll this, and for every...
Oh wait, yeah, I don't roll on this one. Sad face.
Every amount of 4. Don't worry about it. Every amount of 4. So I rolled a 6. You take 1 point of damage.
Okay.
That was on your Dusk Wolf.
Yes.
All right. So now let's go to the Ranger Fire Team guy.
Okay. He is
So because I'm ignoring line of sight, you don't get cover.
Yep.
All right. So.
I don't know why I put my dice back.
It's fine. I did the same thing with my extra reds. So I rolled a 3 to hit. You rolled a 2.
Yep.
So I beat you by 1. So I'll roll these dice again because I already have 4 white dice out. And I need to do a 3, which I do, and I knock that guy out, and I've wiped out that squad.
Oh.
So at least you have to move something now to actually be able to score this first turn. Wish I had chosen to activate my Paladin Weaver, but oh well. Alright, so let's also roll against this gate.
Yes. Gates have defense of 3.
Yep. I rolled a 5.
I rolled a 2.
Alright, so I get 3 extra, and then your armor is 5.
Yep.
So let's see if I can knock this gate out.
Oh yeah.
I do! Woohoo!
It's gone.
Yep. These back here. Alright, so that was my Jack's activation. I will put an activation token on it. Alright, so now I'm going to activate my Paladin Commander Solo. So he is... Alright, so he is in the terrain, so if I want him to move, he's going to be minus 2 inches of movement, so we'll do that. Let's see if I can get him back on my objective. So pick him up. He can move 4, so he's going to come back there. And then, because your Weaver is chilling in a spot where I can see him, as long as I am 10 inches from him, which I am,
Yep.
I can shoot him. And
Just the slightest bit of my base sticking out.
yep. So you are definitely gonna have cover.
Yes,
Um,
thankfully.
but my weapon is a blast weapon. So even if I miss you, I'll still get to roll a damage roll against you.
Okay.
Alright, so my Paladin Commander, I believe, is a rat 4. He is.
And I have defense 4.
Okay. Yep. Because you have the Special Weaver that has the higher defense.
Yay, special.
Don't let it go to your head. No. Alright, and I'm charged, so I get 1 red die.
Yep.
Alright, so let's roll this attack. I rolled a 2.
And I rolled a 3.
So, and you didn't, and you forgot to roll your red dice for cover as well, so
Yeah.
you're good.
Defense.
So, even though I missed, I still get to roll a damage roll.
Yep.
Because it's a blast weapon. The Paladin Commander, his pulse cannon is POW 3. So I roll 3 white dice, base
Yep.
POW. Your armor is?
3.
Okay, well I rolled a 1, so no damage.
Yay.
Alright, so then the end of his turn, I put a activation token on him. And I end my activation within 1 of objective 3.
So you scored
So
2
I-
points.
Score 2 points and go up to 4. Alright, so now we're going to go to my second cipher phase. And I'm going to play Impulse Inducer,
Yep.
which removes the activation token from my Warjack.
Okay.
So now you either have to activate something and go deal with him, because he's only got 1 life left, or let me activate again and come say hi.
Yes, that will be an interesting decision.
Okay. So now I would deploy, but I don't have anything to deploy, and I don't have any gates on the table thanks to your last turn in the last pulse round. So now I'm going to choose to put out a gate, and I think that I want to encroach some on objective number 2. So I'm going to take my gate and place it over here near your deployment zone. We'll put it right there, and I'm going to put, I think, 3 arc on it. Yeah, 3 arc on it. Alright, so now let's go to the discard phase. So I have a Weaver on the table, and he's in a pretty good position. I have Instability Equation, which is a Blast Fury card. So I think I might actually keep that. I usually, when I'm playing AC, my red cards are what I pitch in the discard phase, because I don't usually have a Weaver on the table, especially in bigger size games. I do have Interdiction Protocol, which, where they are, that would probably be a good play next round. But I also like Radiation Complex, so I think I'm going to choose not to pitch a card and just draw back up to 5 from my deck. Yeah, quit it. Alright. So I am done. It is your turn 2. Your turn 1.
Okay. So I have nothing with activation tokens on it. My charge phase. Now, what? When can I take arc off of something back to me?
Alright, so in your charge phase, you can either put 1 out or take any amount from any number of models and pull it back into your pool.
Gotcha, but I can't do both.
You cannot do both.
Okay. So that makes this a little bit interesting, I guess, but could be worse. I'm going to choose to activate my... Actually, I guess I'll charge my hunter. Because I want to use him, because he's pretty. Him and his big old gun. And then for my first cipher phase, I'm going to take one out of your book, and I'm going to play Arcane Synthesis.
Yep.
And I'm going to put 2 arc on my jack.
Okay.
And then it is my activation phase.
Yep.
I will go ahead and get rid of Arcane Synthesis now. I'm going to choose to activate my jack and my hunter.
Okay. Ouchie.
Hopefully. I'm going to do my hunter first, I think.
You leave my weaver alone.
Oh, your weaver's dying.
You leave him alone.
It's gone. I hope you didn't care for it too much. I think I can fit my base over here.
Okay. Yeah, I think so.
So I'm going to walk 4.5 to there. Oh, right. I forgot about the whole click and drag thing.
Yeah, it's fine.
Hey, we streamed pretty late last night. I'm a little foggy, okay?
Did. We were very good at the beginning and not so much at the end.
So I moved 4.6 to there, so I have 2.4 left to go.
Yep.
Oh, went over.
You good?
Yeah, just.
I moved through it at the beginning of my turn last pulse round, so you're good.
Okay. You still have cover, unfortunately. I couldn't quite get there.
Well, hold on. Yep.
Definitely. So.
For some reason, I thought he had Pathfinder, but I guess not.
I have an RAT of 6. I'm going to shoot at your firebrand.
Okay. Alright, so my defense is 3. And I have cover, so I get 2 red dice.
Yep. I get 6 white dice, and I'm charged, so I get 1 red die.
Yep. So I rolled a 4.
I also rolled a 4.
Woohoo!
You cheat.
I'll live another day.
That's some bull. Alright. Now, it is Dusk Wolf time, baby.
Okay.
My Dusk Wolf is going to... I just want to measure where 1 inch from that is. So I'm not going to get a shot at both. I'm going to have to choose between obliterating your weaver or killing your jack.
Yep.
This makes me sad. I think I'm going to try and obliterate your weaver. Since you did your big speech about how you never have a weaver.
You also haven't learned the amazing secrets of the ISA Weaver yet.
Nope.
I haven't gone over what his spike is.
And I don't intend to let you teach me that, so look at that. 1 inch on the dot. Now, my jack, with its 2 arc, is going to shoot at your weaver.
Okay.
I'm going to start with my battle rifle.
Okay.
So I have an RAT of 4.
Okay. And
2
my
arc.
weaver has a defense of 3.
Okay. Yep. Let's roll it up.
Yeah. No, I do not want to roll my weaver with my dice. I rolled a 1.
I rolled a 4.
Okay. So you beat me by 3.
I'm just gonna pick this one up and drop it.
Okay.
Yep, I rolled a 4.
All right.
And by drop, I really meant throw across the board, but.
I got you.
So the battle rifle's POW is 4, and I beat you by 3. Thank you, sir.
Okay. No problem. My armor is 3.
Okay, and I rolled a 6.
All right. Well, there he goes. Off into the wild blue yonder. He had 2 wounds, but he did them both in one shot.
With the battle rifle, even.
Yeah.
Now.
Thankfully, you cannot see my jack with that railgun.
I know. So I'm gonna choose to shoot this guy here.
Oh, that seems like an extreme, man.
It does. I'm about to put a really big hole in a little thing.
Or miss terribly. One of the two. Hopefully the second.
No, your dice started off pretty hot, so it's my turn.
So I rolled a 2 for defense.
And I rolled a 3 for attack. Booyah.
So you hit.
So I hit. What is your armor?
It's 3.
Okay. And the railgun is POW 5.
Right.
So one more white die.
You get 1 red.
Perfect. I'm not gonna.
Do you want to spike?
No.
No?
No. I'm gonna be real mad if I don't kill you here.
Just remember that before you roll this die roll, that you currently do not have your reactivation card in your hand.
True. So spiking is might as well.
But you do have 8 cards in your draw deck, and so that means that reactivation card is in your draw deck. So leaving that 2 arc on him could be beneficial to you, because if in the next turn you draw that, you could reactivate them in the first cipher of your next turn and still be able to use him.
True.
But think about that as your.
I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit.
Choosing.
We'll roll as is. I won't spike.
All right, and I'm gonna put an activation token on your hunter.
Oh yeah, he gone. I rolled 6.
Gone? Okay. Well, you're back, buddy.
And then I score objective number 1.
Okay.
Tying the game at 4.
Sounds good. And grab an activation token for your guy. Okay.
And then it is second cipher phase.
Yep.
Which I'm a level with you. I didn't really plan for.
Oh, I think you have some really good options. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's not good.
So, yeah, turns out I do.
Yeah, considering I can confirm that we are within 10 inches of each other.
Yes.
My gun's range was range 10. So, and I shot at your Weaver. So, do you want to hit me with the blast, or do you want to hit me with the slam?
I think I'm going to hit you with the slam.
And the worst part about this is, where you were standing, you had cover. Where I am standing, I do not.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You can see. Well, yeah, you can see all of my base. If you are drawing through this pillar, but since I'm not within an inch of that pillar, I don't get cover here.
Yep.
So I'm just defense 3.
Okay, so I'm gonna play velocity projector.
All right, so this is the slam one.
Yep.
This will be great to go over how slams work.
Okay.
All right, so first things first, I need to roll my defense. You need to roll to hit me.
Okay.
So you have a focus stat of 4. So you
Yes.
roll 4 white dice. And then how many arc do you have in your pool currently?
None.
All right. So this is something you want to think of, maybe in the future, think about. So like if you had spiked on that damage roll, even though it really wouldn't have mattered, it would have given you an arc in your pool, so you could have rolled a red die on this attack roll.
Yes.
All right. So you're rolling 4 dice to my 3 dice. Need a good roll here. I rolled a 3.
Oh yeah, you beat me.
Okay. So no slamming right now. So just to go over that real quick, guys, if he had hit me, what would have happened is that before rolling damage, my model would have been moved 3 inches, pushed back directly away from his model 3 inches. Now, when being slammed, there's no knockdown in this game, like there is in War Machine and Hordes. But if they run into a model with an equal or larger size base or a piece of terrain and are stopped in that full movement for any reason, you roll an extra red die on the damage roll.
Pretty straightforward.
Yep. And then there are some slams that are different. Usually, the slam that he just did is 3 inches. Most slams are usually push the model 3 inches. There are a couple that push the model that are done by warjacks that push the model the strength, the distance of the strength of the warjack. And the Scourge, who is the light warjack for Continuum, gets +1 strength for every arc on it, so it can actually slam a model up to 7 inches away.
Wow. Just slam them off the table edge.
Pretty off the table edge, off the if they're on a raised elevation, off the edge of the raised elevation, so that they take damage from the slam and then damage from the fall damage. There's a lot of cool different things you can do like that.
So, I have a question.
Yep.
I am now in my deployment phase.
Okay.
I'm going to spend 3 arc to deploy my Rangers back out.
2 arc.
Oh, yep, you're correct. 2 arc to deploy my Rangers back out.
Yep.
So, do I have to deploy all 3 Rangers within an inch?
Nope. So it works just like how moving a squad does. So you need to deploy 1 model within an inch of the gate, and then the other 2 models within 2 inches of that model.
Cool. That is nifty.
And it helps you get them both on the table.
Yep.
So I'd probably put this guy over here a little bit. So he's a little bit underneath there, and then this guy here.
Yep.
That way this guy can be forward a little bit too.
Perfect.
Alright, and my guy has already activated, so happy day for you.
Yes. Hopefully scoring another zone. And then that brings us to Void Gate deployment. I do not have a Void Gate on the field right now.
You do. You have
yes, I have the 1. I don't have 2.
But you have... Correct.
But I have no arc to put on it. Oh, no, I have 2 because I just spent 2.
Yeah.
You
just deployed a squad. Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's sort of how that works, is that as you deploy and get arc back and possibly a gate back, and then you can immediately re-put that back out on the field if you want.
Now, can you walk through your own gate?
Yes, gates work sort of like flags in War Machine and Hordes.
Perfect.
They are considered a model, but they are incorporeal, so you can move through them like they're not there, because it's a big spinning void ball in the air, so there isn't any material to it.
Yeah. Now...
but you can't end up on its base.
Gotcha. So how far away can it be deployed? I cannot remember.
5 inches.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, look. Targets.
I have 1 gate. I don't know if that's where I want it, because I have 1 gate back there, so... Tough choices.
Yep.
I think I'm going to... Is it on my base there? There we go. And drop it. Let's put it back there for a sec. I'm just trying to get it close enough so it has cover.
Gotcha.
Because cover would be nice. Okay. And I am going to put 2 arc on it, I guess?
Okay, because that's what you have.
No, because then I won't have anything to charge with.
Yep.
So I
now,
guess...
one thing to remember is that because it's not a unit,
yep,
you can't charge it.
Yes.
And you can't play Ascension Catalyst and put extra arc on it. because they both say add arc to a target unit.
Okay, so how do you add arc to a gate then?
You don't.
You don't. Okay.
So if you only want to put one on it, you'll only be able to put a solo out.
Okay, you know what? That is what I'll do. I'll just put one on it for now.
Okay.
And then that is that. And then it's discard phase. I'm going to throw away this stealth card that has done me no good all game.
Okay.
Bye-bye Revelation Matrix.
So it's not going to help you so much against ISA, but in the future, once we get to the game where I'm going to switch over to Continuum, it'll help you a lot.
Oh, I grabbed all my cards.
Yay!
There we go. Let's flip that back over.
Okay.
That's the only thing with tabletop I'm having an issue with right now. So
when you play a normal, and the reason that there's a problem with that, so you sort of have to pull it off quickly. So I pulled one for you.
Yep.
You have to sort of pull it off quickly because normally you have a tabletop simulator has a hand mechanic, so your cards will go into your hand. So you're normally right-clicking on your deck and either dealing to another player or drawing into your own hand, and so picking a single card up off a deck isn't something that you normally do.
Gotcha. All right.
In tabletop simulator. All right.
I have.
I don't like this.
Yeah.
I guess I know what I need to kill.
Oh, you leave my Weaver alone.
No.
I guess that'd be retribution for your Weaver, though, so.
All right.
Your go.
Okay. So I have...
Turn counter goes to 2, correct?
Turn counter goes to 2. Thank you for catching that. So, looking at my board, I have one model in this squad, and my Firebrand that don't have activation tokens. But this guy does have an activation token, and you killed my Weaver, so that means that I'm not going to be able to activate a second solo this turn, which is unfortunate. Now, if I had the purple card in my... There's a purple card in my deck, which I guess I haven't gotten yet, that lets me... I might actually not have it in this build. I play with it in AC all the time. That lets me... lets you... pull a unit off the table and put them back in reserve during your Cypher phase. So that would have been very helpful this round, but I guess not. So going to my charge phase. Let's see. This guy. So let's see. If I move, pipes are really going to be in the way. Can I get within? Let's see. I'm with 10 there, so not really useful going that way. Do anything cool over here? No.
I was so hyped to use that hunter, and he just fails me miserably. Like, I've been waiting this whole game to play the hunter and get to use him, and he just, like, shits the bed.
Yeah, it really is my favorite model in the Marcher Worlds. I love the concept of it. I love the actual physical model.
The physical model is actually what sold me on Marcher Worlds.
Yeah.
And then I found out about the Dusk Wolf extra movement shenanigans, and I was like, well, this is the faction for me.
Have you actually looked at the heavy yet?
I have not. I didn't want to get myself too hyped before.
So the heavy actually has jump jets on its back, and its spike ability that it always has is you can spike to give yourself +3 speed in flight. So you go from speed 5 to speed 8 and have flight. And then one of your cortexes is called the bomber cortex, and every time you you attack with a weapon that does explosive damage, after the attack finishes, you can immediately move 2 inches. And that's to simulate that the Jack is kicking on its thrusters, flying over the enemy, dropping bombs on it, and moving extra movement to get away while the explosions are causing confusion below it.
That's pretty sweet.
So effectively, their heavy is this sort of big, hunky, slow thing that they just strapped as much stuff to as they could, and every so often it just fires its thrusters and flies over the air and annihilates. So if you add that the Cypher card that gives it +2 speed, it's speed 10 with flight.
Oh, I cannot wait for a full
on a
size.
heavy jack. On a heavy jack, that every time it fires an explosive blast, it gets an extra 2 inches of movement.
Our full size game is gonna be sweet.
Yeah, wait till you see what so the Nemesis is the Continuum's heavy, so it just has flight all the time. By the way, did you see the pictures of the Nemesis and the Morningstar that got posted yesterday?
Yes.
Ugh, those models are so cool.
Yeah.
For those of you that haven't seen them, we'll link them either in the video or to our announcements, so you can check them out. They are such cool models.
Yeah, I'll drop them in the YouTube comments. Or description, rather.
The ISA Heavy Jack alone is making me question whether or not I want to get some ISA or not to start with. Because that model is everything I want in a Warjack. Okay, so I guess I need to figure out what I'm doing here and stop this chatting. So I am going to choose to charge my Firebrand. So then I'm going to play Displacement Index, which lets me move my squad to 3 inches. So this guy's gonna come over here and get out the way. Move a little bit to there. Move a little bit more to there. And then he'll be done. So going into my activation phase, unfortunately I only have two units that I can activate. I don't have a solo, so I'm going to choose to activate my Firebrand. And he is going to he's going to move a little bit, so he is speed 6. So he's going to move 2.5. Like 3 inches to right there. So then this obstacle is, that is not what I want, is a little bit more than an inch tall. So he's going to have to climb over it. So I'm going to subtract its height, which is, we'll say an inch, say an inch and a half. So he's moved 3 inches, so that's 4.5 inches. So he has 1.5 inches left. So we'll see if he can. So it doesn't look like he's going to be able to stand there, so he's going to have to stop at the edge of this piece of terrain. Alright, so he is going to take a shot at your Weaver.
Okay.
So
This is gonna hurt.
You don't have cover from where I am.
Nope.
So I'm a rat of 4. I have 2 arc.
And I'm a defensive 4.
Okay. I rolled a 5.
And I rolled a 2.
Alright. I can't strafe because there's nothing within 2 of you. So I get an extra red die. And so you are armor of 3.
Yes.
Alright, so I need to roll a 6 on these 7 dice to knock you out.
Come on, no knockout. Oh my god, he gone.
Way more than I needed. Alright.
Sad
So that
face.
was good for me. That was great for me.
Looks like I'll only be getting one activation also.
Alright. So grab my activation token. And I'll put it on my firebrand. Okay. Yep, because you have your squad. Alright. So then I go into my second cipher phase. And I'm going to choose to not play a cipher card because I don't have anything I want to do.
Okay.
You know what? Just to cycle things, I'm going to play Interdiction Protocol on my Warjack.
Okay.
So, friendly warrior models within 5 inches of it get +2 defense until the end of the pulse round. So then I'm going to go to my deployment phase, and I'm actually going to choose to not deploy anything.
Okay.
And instead, I'm going to pull my Paladin Enforcer off the table and put it back into my reserves, giving me a squad and a solo that I can put out next turn. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. Alright, so then... and it'll also allow me to reactivate both choices next turn because that's all that I have in play. So then I can deploy a Void Gate. I only have one Orc right now. I guess I could only put it over here, which I don't need to do. So I think I'm going to skip on that as well. So I'm going to go to my discard phase. I'm going to pitch my Fury card because I don't have a Weaver in play right now. So I'm going to draw 3 cards. Alright. Good choice to discard that red card because I just drew 2 more. Alright, and that is the end of my turn 2, so it's now your turn 2, sir.
Okay. So I still have one thing to activate. So
Okay.
I'll be activating my unit, or my squad this turn.
Okay.
I will be charging.
Well, yeah, do your... You can pick what you activate. I mean, you only have one thing to activate, so
Yeah.
that's what it is. But you pick that during your activation phase.
Now,
So you're
where
going
do
to
I
charge your squad?
I mean, it gives me a 3-inch move, but I'm trying to debate whether I want to charge my jack.
Are you close enough, you think, to get over here to contest this zone? Oh yeah, you're definitely close enough.
Yeah.
For sure. Assuming you can knock my guy off the from contesting this objective.
Yeah, you know what? I am gonna charge my unit.
Just so you know, I'm deaf and arm 3 and I have 2 wounds.
Yeah, that's why I'm charging them.
Yep.
So I can hopefully take you out. And then it is my cipher phase.
Okay.
I have a whole bunch of Furies in my hand and no Weaver to play him because you're a mean person. So I'm also going to play Interdiction Protocol.
Okay.
Just to get rid of it.
Alright. It's a really good card. I would actually put it over by your jack. It's a really good card, but for some reason I never get the most out of it because my jack is usually off slaughtering things and my solos are back defending things.
Yeah. That makes a whole lot of sense. That's the same way I've been using my jack.
So I haven't had a chance to play with the ISA hero very much. I've been playing Continuum mostly, but supposedly in a comment we got from I got on my stream announcement, supposedly the ISA hero is a jack killer. So maybe pairing him with the jack and having this out might boost him even more.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens in the next game.
So he's going to move 3 to there, and they have 6 movement, so I'm going to pick them back up.
Okay. Oh, so you spiked?
No,
Oh
no,
no,
no, no.
you're gonna move 3 more. Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
I got what you're doing. I got what you're doing.
And then I'm going to place these guys within 2 inches.
Okay.
Put them like this.
All right.
And then just in case I need to go back this way, I guess.
Okay. Can I make a suggestion?
Yep.
Put at least one of the 2 of them within an inch of this objective.
Okay.
So that, assuming they're here in the next pulse round, I will need to remove 2 models from this objective to score it instead of just 1.
Good call. I'm actually...
The other one can be over here, so if you need to like move or something like that.
No, I like it. I'm going to put
yeah,
all 3 around.
Yeah, the more models you have that can contest an objective, if you're going to try and hold it and stop me from taking it back, the better.
And going into the expensive pulse round, that makes sense.
Yeah. So when dealing with blast weapons, even if you're 2 inches apart, all of them are still going to get hit.
Yeah.
So having them together or spread out isn't really an advantage or disadvantage. The only time you really want to spread them far out is if it puts them all in cover, or you plan to move with them again and you want to maximize the extra movement.
Yeah. That makes sense. Okay, so now I'm going to attempt to kill the Paladin command solo.
Okay. I just like this. You should not do that.
So 3 shots at a rat of 3.
Okay.
But I have a arc on, so I get 1 red die as well.
Okay.
So we'll roll all 3 attacks. First attack.
Yep. I rolled 3 blanks.
I rolled a 1, so that's awesome. Second attack.
Hold on.
Okay, hold it.
Before you attack me, do that damage roll.
Good call.
So which one attacked me? So I'd say the one next to the building is the one that attacked.
Sure.
And I'll tell you why here in a second. So go ahead and roll that damage roll.
Okay, so I beat you by 1, so I'm a POW 4.
Yep.
And 1 red die, because I beat you by 1.
Yep.
And I rolled a 3.
Okay, so I'll take 1 point of damage. So the reason that you should do, at least in this case, so one thing, it helps you remember how much you beat me by. But also, those 2 guys are within range 16 of my firebrand.
Yeah.
So if you manage to kill me before you're done shooting with everybody in the squad, one of those guys could then shoot my firebrand.
That makes sense.
And he's only got 1 wound on him. So if you were able to, say, knock out both of these models, and if I didn't, so in a full-size game, and this is something that happens occasionally, in a full-size game, if for any reason your opponent doesn't have any models in play and doesn't have any gates on the table, you win.
Gotcha.
And
Okay.
That doesn't happen in a skirmish game, but in a full-size game it does. And I do actually have a gate sitting back here in this corner, back here, but if that squad can knock out both of these models, that would be a huge thing for you.
Yeah. No, and that makes sense. I was just still in War Machine mode where you're like playing against the time, right? So you're just like going down the line, rolling attacks.
I gotcha.
So I will roll the guy right beside him.
Okay.
So
we have a rat of 3, so let's white die off.
Yep.
Okay.
I roll a 3.
Alright, and I rolled 3 blanks again.
Oh boy.
So just to save time, I'm going to just say that I think that rolling 3 red dice plus 3 white dice is enough to roll 3 to kill my guy. So I'm just going to pull him off.
Sounds good. And then I am going to take the last shot from this guy over to your firebrand, which we've determined is already within range. Because when I'm charged, I get +4 to my range.
Okay. Do you ignore cover? I forget with those guys.
I do not believe so.
Okay.
Nope, I don't see anything that tells me I ignore cover.
Alright, so I will get cover, because I'm behind the pipes.
That is fine. It is still worth the attempt.
So I rolled a 3 for my defense.
And I rolled a 3. I rolled a 2, so no damage.
Thank you. I
But
would like an activation on my turn. Thanks.
I mean, I disagree with that, but so they get an activation token. I score the objective 3.
Yep.
So I go up to 6.
No bueno.
Bueno.
No.
I guess mucho bueno.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Now we are on the second cipher phase.
Yep.
So many furies I can't play. I got screwed. I guess I will play Ascension Catalyst.
Okay.
Just to get, because I want to cycle.
Gotcha.
This feels really bad.
It does.
I guess that's
And by
till
that
the end.
I mean it feels great for me.
Because it's just till the end of the turn, so I'm gonna get no use out of it.
Yep.
And then I am in the Void Gate deployment. Or well,
you're actually deploying from
deployment. Yeah.
So that Weaver gets to come back.
Yes.
Where do you want to put him?
I'm
Want to put him over there?
Yes.
Okay.
And within 5 inches. Or
Circle off.
yeah, it's 5 inches.
You deploy within an inch of the gate.
Okay.
Gates deploy
Gates
5 inches.
are within 5.
Yep.
Okay. Then we'll go within an inch.
Get some cover.
Yeah. Because I want to work my way back towards that other objective I haven't scored.
Ooh. Not allowed.
And then it is discard phase.
Okay.
I like Cryolock. Cryolock could put you in a lot of hurt.
Good.
I think I will get rid of Null Collider.
Okay.
I think. So I will be drawing 3.
Okay.
All right. I did not draw the activation card I was hoping for.
Good.
Yeah, good for you. And with that, it is your turn, sir.
All right. So my turn 3. So, all right, guys. So here's my dilemma. So I only have one model. So at the beginning of my turn, I only have one model on the table. It's an Echo activation token. So I'm going to pull the activation token off. So now I have a dilemma. So he has 3 choices on the table with an activation token. And his Weaver does not. So he'd only be able to activate his Weaver next turn. However, the stuff that I have left, the stuff that I'm going to be able to deploy this turn, is going to deploy right here off of this gate. And I'm going to want it to probably try and start moving towards this objective. Because I obviously won't be able to score anything at the end of this Pulse round, because this is the last turn of Pulse round 2. And I'm not in range to go score anything. But so I can either shoot the squad with my strafe, and maybe by ignoring line of sight, ignoring their cover, and being able to kill these 3 guys so that he can't just score this again at the beginning of the next turn, which would be beneficial. But at the same time, I could kill this Weaver, which would stop him from encroaching towards this objective, and maybe even scoring it at the end of his turn. Don't think he'll be able to do that either way, but choice. However, if I do kill this Weaver, he'll have all 3 of his units will have activation tokens, and they will all unactivate, and so he'll be able to activate either his squad and his jack and his hunter again, which might spell the end of my Firebrand. So it's a big choice. I think what I want to do is try and kill that Weaver so that I have a shot of putting a strong position up around this objective for next round. Being down 2 is going to be rough. Yep, I think that's going to be the option that I want to take. So I am going to charge my Firebrand, put him up to 3. Then I'm going to play a card. I don't have anything I can play right now. I could play Arcane Synthesis just to get it out of my hand, but my Jack is already maxed out with Fury, so I don't really want to do that. And the Overdrive that I currently have is for melee attacks. I guess I could do that because I probably won't have a melee attack anytime soon. So yeah, so I will play Kinetic Accelerator on my Jack just to cycle it. So what Kinetic Accelerator does is, or Jack make a melee attack during its activation, make an attack roll against each enemy model with the within the weapon's range. Models suffer the full effect and damage of the attacks that were hits. Kinetic Accelerator lasts until the end of the turn. So that's a really good card for the Firebrand because normally his 2 melee weapons that are on him, the Fusion Glaive and the Repulsor Shield, are only range 1, but for every arc on him, currently he has a range of 4 on each of his melee attacks because there's 1 arc on him, and that's what the Jack's base charge ability is. Okay, so let's move this Firebrand. So we decided that the pipes were 1.5 inches high, so I have to climb up them to go over. So I'm going to climb up the pipes and then leap over towards his Weaver. So how this works is I pick him up and I move him. So I subtract 1.5 inches so he can go 4.5 inches. And he's going to jump. So what that does is that allows me to, once he's up here on top of the pipes, he's going to jump for the rest of his movement. So he's going to move up to here and then jump this way, ignoring the terrain. But because I jumped, after I end my movement, I was up 1.5 inches high, and because I fell, I take a white die of damage equal to each full inch that I fell from. So like, for example, if he'd been up here and he had jumped off, he would have taken 6 white dice of damage. The reason that this is important is because if a model that either is like knocked off a building and falls, or jumps off a building to attack something, takes damage, you immediately get an activation token and its activation. So
in this case, there's no way for you to take damage, so.
Correct. So it was a safe bet. So my melee weapons are range 4 right now. What are you doing?
You cannot reach me.
I don't have anything in range, but I have my Harbinger Cannon.
Yes.
I'm going to choose to spike to ignore line of sight, so I will ignore that cover.
Oh.
That you have. So I am a rat of 4, and I have 2 arc on me, so I get 2 red dice.
And I am defense 4.
Okay. Alright, so let's roll this attack. So I rolled a 6.
And I rolled all blanks.
Woohoo!
I call that the J roll.
It's accurate. I can't deny it. No matter how much I would like to. Alright.
Oh, my poor Weaver.
So I need to roll a 6. I didn't roll this die.
It's okay, you rolled 6 without
That's
that
enough.
die. Yep.
Alright, so get that Weaver out of here.
Man. That's not cool at all.
And by that you mean you get to reactivate all 3 of your units in the last pulse round, and possibly remove the Weaver from the table. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good advantage for you. All right.
Remove the Firebrand, you mean?
Yeah, the Firebrand. Well, I'm going to have a Weaver. Actually, I won't have a Weaver. All right. So I'm going to go into my second Cypher phase, because that's the only model I had on the table after finishing putting an activation token on this guy.
Yep.
I am not in a good spot, ladies and gentlemen. Not in a good spot at all. So... Yep. Alright. So I am going to go to deployment phase. I'm not going to play a Cypher because I don't have anything to play. Which is unfortunate, because I have a full hand of stuff. I am going to choose to play my squad and my Paladin Commander. I'm going to grab this arc, put it back here. Ugh. Alright. So my Paladin Commander is going to go back here. And my squad, ooh. Yeah, I guess I'd rather have your Duskwolf fire at my Paladin Commander than the squad, so... This guy's gonna go here.
But what if I fire at both?
Well, hopefully you won't be able to see my squad.
I just wanted to cast one Fury, Jay. Just one.
No. Alright, so I'm gonna pull this gate off.
I even put an extra Fury in my stack.
I know. So here, you have a whole nother pulse round. You'll be good. So, here's a big problem that I just realized. So because I didn't have a warrior model in play and I just had my firebrand, I can't play a gate unless I play it on my back, across my back table edge. So I'm actually going to take this gate and I'm going to put it right here, hidden from view. And I'm going to put 3 Archon. Now, actually, you know what? I'm actually kind of concerned, so I'm actually going to put 5 Arc on it. 5 Arc. Yeah, 5 Arc, I think.
I mean, that's not the worst call, because I could just grenade the crap out of you.
Yeah, and I put 3 on it, and I was like, wait, he's got a full squad with grenades that are right there. Yes, I'm going to put more than 3 on it.
And instantly, I was thinking about grenading it. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, it's bad. It's real bad. Okay, so now I need to pitch. So I've got all these red cards and no Weaver on the table. So I think I'm going to pitch Null Collider. And then draw my last card in my deck. Play that. Which I believe is the card I've wanted this whole time. Yep. Alright. So it is your turn 3.
So,
and this is the end of the pulse round.
Funny enough, I happen to have Reiteration Complex in my hand.
Oh yeah.
So I very well could strip all 5 Arc off your thing.
Alright, and if that's what you want to do, and not activate your Warjack and not kill my Warjack, totally fine with that. Now, that Hunter could probably do it too, which would be bad.
Yeah.
But that would mean that my Paladin Commander and squad would be healthy and alive and by themselves, ready to go score this objective in my next turn.
Yes. So I have quite the decision to make myself.
You do.
Because I don't think killing your Firebrand does me all that good.
Well, it does stop me from coming up and trying to come kill this squad next turn.
I guess you do have Strafe. That's correct.
I do have. I do have strafe, and I do have a 4-inch melee. And if you move, I won't be able to get quite in range because I don't have the flight card in my hand. But if I'd had the flight card in my hand, I could have gotten close to being in range of that squad, depending on how they moved to go be able to attack my gate.
Okay, so I think I'm going to take a chance here.
Okay.
And I'm going to... I'm in my charge phase.
Yep. So he did his ready phase, and all 3 of his squads had activation, so remove his activation tokens.
Yeah, I guess I should have said that. I'm
No
going
problem.
to charge the squad.
You can't.
Oh, right, because
So
they can only
Jax can
have
have
one.
more than one. Everything else can only have one.
That is fair. I just got really excited to try and take down your gate, okay?
No.
I guess I will put it on my jack.
Okay. You also could just leave it in your pool. I mean, you don't have to charge.
I could.
So
But-
one option is, I don't know if you have this gate back here that has 1 arc on it.
Yeah.
You could pull this arc off instead of charging and get rid of this gate so that you have another gate to play with at the beginning of your... I mean, you're probably going to put your weaver back out over here.
Yep.
You need to have some presence here, and you'll get a gate to play with, but you probably won't need this gate for the rest of the game, and that arc is just sitting there.
Good call.
Because you already have the firebrand. You already have the Duskwolf and the hunter over here, where both are in position where they can score that objective for you, almost uncontested, because I don't really have anything in this area right now that can come get it.
Yeah. Now, what is your paladin's movement? Probably 6, I assume?
Yep.
Okay, so I don't know. You can't get close enough to contest.
I cannot know.
So, I'm going to choose to activate the hunter. Oh,
Okay.
wait, it's first Cypher phase. I'm
Yep.
going to play Reiteration Complex on my Rangers.
No way.
I know. So, Reiteration Complex reads, target a friendly squad. During the squad's activation, each model in the squad can make 1 additional ranged attack. Reiteration Complex expires at the end of this turn.
It is such a good card. I don't play with it in my AC decks because most of my squads have kind of low range. There's other things that are better builds. So it's in this deck that I'm playing with ISA. And I would love to get to play with it. I just never have a squad that's healthy enough to justify playing it out. So hopefully next round I'll get to do that and eat me some Weaver.
So, I'm going to start with the hunter because I want to use this damn thing.
No.
To there.
So remember he's speed 7, right? So you're gonna go over there?
Yep. I'm going to try and get around this.
Well, would have thought you just would have moved to cover right here.
But you have... I guess so.
I won't have cover. I'm not within an inch of it.
Oh, okay. I dropped.
I have to be within an inch, and I'm 1.2 inches away from it.
Gotcha. Just eyeballing
It's me
it.
that has to be
like
within an inch, not you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
And that's also something I've been struggling with, is that I just think like, oh, I'm shooting through cover, so I must be...
Yep.
Oh.
It's definitely something that with experience with GW games, you're definitely used to that.
There we go. I'm spinning him around because him facing the other way was bothering me.
Not a problem.
Okay. So now I'm going to take a shot to try and kill your firebrand.
Boo!
Yes. So I have an RAT of 6.
Yep, and you have an arc, so you get a red die as well.
Yes.
And I am defense 3.
Come on, Hunter.
And I rolled all blanks.
Nice.
Like Jays do.
Yeah, you rolled a J.
Okay, and you rolled what?
I rolled 3, so I get 3 red dice.
Alright, so you are POW 4.
Yep.
3 red dice. And are you going to spike to armor pierce?
Yes.
Okay.
Just because I want to make sure I can remove this thing from the table.
I will grab the arc and put it over in your pool.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm armor 3.
And I rolled a 6.
And that is enough.
Perfect.
So my firebrand,
Is
who has
gone.
been sitting on its last legs for quite a while, is finally gone. Gone. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Now let's try and... Now take a look at this ranger squad. It's like toe is in the hindering. Is my movement hindered?
So if you move that guy, yes, it'll be -2, but that shouldn't be a problem because he only needs to move 4, right?
True. I think
You
it'll
just need to-
still have cover though.
Just from him.
The
Yeah.
grenades are what, range 6, I think?
Come this way. Come more flat. Yeah, I don't think you can place anywhere where I won't have cover. It's range 6. Yep.
Yeah.
But you'll be able to put the other 2 over here, and it should be fine.
Okay. I just want to try and make sure that I get at least 5 off of you.
And by that you mean all of them and have it disappear?
Yes, that is actually in fact what I mean.
At least 5, huh?
At least
Thanks,
5.
Thanks.
I mean, it's all or nothing, bud.
I mean, so move this guy and then put that guy back where he was and move him too as well. So move this guy first.
Okay.
And you can put this guy where he was. And then move him too.
But I don't want to be in my own guy's way.
You can shoot through each other.
Right.
Models and squads can shoot through each other.
That is something I'm still getting used to.
I'm just gonna slip him over a little bit because. Yep. All right.
Okay. So I'm gonna start with this back guy that you have cover against.
Okay.
They have an arc on them.
Yep.
And they are RAT of 3.
Yep. So I rolled a 1 for that guy. Oh, but I have cover, so I need to add 2 red dice real quick. So I rolled a 2.
So that's a tie.
Okay. So second shot with that guy.
Yep.
I rolled a 3 this time.
And I rolled a 5.
Alright, so I will lose an arc.
And now the guys that don't have cover.
Okay. All blanks.
And I rolled a 3.
Alright, so I'll remove an arc.
That guy's second attack.
Yep. Come on. 3.
You beat me there.
Alright, excellent.
Darn it, you're going to get to keep your 1 arc.
I rolled a 1.
And I rolled a 6.
Right. Okay, come on. I need to roll a 6 here. Big money, big money, big money. 3.
And I rolled a 4.
Okay, so you're right. I have 1 arc left.
Darn it. Couldn't quite get the job done.
All that means is that I have a weaver that can come in.
What fury do you have? Because that could be bad.
Well, you'll get to activate before he does.
True. But that doesn't matter for dropping a fury, does it? For playing a fury?
Well, so the cipher phases happen before deployment.
Okay, yep.
You'll get a whole turn before I can play a cipher or activate him.
That makes sense. So now it is my second cipher phase.
Okay.
So I will throw an activation token on my squad back there.
Okay.
Second cipher phase, I played Reiteration Complex, so that's out of my hand.
Okay.
What do I have left? I have Divination Algorithm, which is really good, and Displacement Index, which is also really good. So I think I'm going to hold.
Okay.
And I'm going to pitch... Oh, I like them all.
Did you, by the way, at the end of this unit's activation, did you want to spike and move back towards the objective?
Yes, please. Thank you
Okay.
for reminding me that that's a thing they can do.
No problem.
You're such a good teacher.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to learn this game, I highly recommend Jay. He is very thorough in his explanations. Can I sit on the objective token?
No, you cannot.
Okay. I mean, can't blame me for trying.
Yep. And you just put the other one so that it's near the objective, but not on it. There you go. So you'll automatically be within 2.
Yep.
All right.
Okay. And then...
So now deployment, if you have anything.
Yes, I am going to deploy my Weaver for the
Okay.
3rd bloody time to try and get to use it.
Got your arc.
Where'd my Weaver go? I think I threw it off the table.
Oh, nope. He's sitting right here. Look at this.
I just jammed him under there. My bad.
Yeah. Oh no, it was impressive that you jammed him up underneath between the ladder and this thing, and he was floating in the air. That's pretty impressive. By that I mean, yeah.
Okay, so I will deploy him there. And this gate is gone.
You sure you don't want to like put him back here behind this post? I mean, I guess technically my firebrand is dead, so I won't be able to shoot him. But you know, maybe my squad will want to clear you out because you're not going to have cover where you are unless you put him up here by these barrels.
Which I can't.
So he was here the last time you deployed him.
Yes.
So you're going to put him there?
Yeah.
Okay. So that you know, my squad can spike to ignore cover and stealth.
Well, that's not cool.
Why not? I think it's awesome.
Of course you
Except
do.
when I'm playing Continuum, and then it's awful.
I guess I'll just take my chances on that one.
Okay.
And then I will pull my card off.
Okay.
And I'm not going to discard, so I'm going to draw a card.
Okay.
I'm getting pretty good at pulling these cards from the stack without taking the whole deck.
Good. Now you just have to learn how to stack them on top of each other. I'm joking.
Haha, that's how we're going to be, eh?
I gotta have something to poke fun at. I mean,
You know what? I did skip
what?
the gate deployment.
Ooh.
Which,
I'm fine with that, but go ahead.
of course you are.
So I'm guessing somewhere off your hunter, probably.
Yes. Because...
So what you can do, if you like want to put it towards this, yeah, like just hold it, and then hit tab, and now from wherever you are, you can put it out.
Actually, you have mean melee weapons on those guys, don't you?
I do, and when charged, they can attack with both their melee and ranged weapon.
Yeah. Oh, no, that doesn't work.
You want to put it in front of the ladder. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, and then I should only have 4 arc because nope, deployment phase comes before, so I have 5 arc.
Yep.
I'm gonna throw 4 arc on it.
Okay.
Just to make you work for it a little.
Okay.
And then that is me, sir.
All right. So that's the end of the pulse round.
Yes.
So first thing, we check for continuous effects. There's no continuous effects in play. Then if it was a full-size game, we would check for who scores what objectives, but it's not. So now we remove card effects that are in play.
Which I already jumped the gun on.
Okay. Then we remove activation tokens. You're the only one with activation tokens in play. Got it.
Thank you, sir.
Not a problem.
You are much faster at this than I am.
I've just played a couple more games than you. It's not a big deal. So then we reset the turn counter to 3. We move the pulse round counter up to 3. Reset the turn counter to 1. And do you see anything else that needs to get cleared?
I do not.
All right. So it is the beginning of the 3rd pulse round. Just to remind you guys that are watching, In the third pulse round in the skirmish games, all the objectives go up to 3 points each. So the fact that he's winning by 2, that means that for me to win this game, if he gets 1 objective, he goes up to 9. So I have to get at least 2 objectives. I have to get at least 1 more objective than him to win this game. So I either need to score all 3 objectives in these 3 pulse rounds, or I need to hold him to just scoring 1 objective, which is going to be tough to do because he has a unit with nothing of mine near it over here on this objective, and he has a squad over here on this objective. So he probably is going to get 6 points no matter what I do. And so pretty much what I have to do is come over here and score this point, and then somehow in my three turns get knock him off of this objective and score it, and knock him off of this objective, which is going to be really tough. But I'm up for the challenge. Let's see if we can get this done. All right, so activation ready phase, activations are gone. Charge phase, I'm going to charge my squad over here. So then Cypher phase, I'm going to play iteration complex on my squad, so they will all be able to shoot twice this turn.
I've seen this movie before.
Yeah, this is one of the first times I've had a good opportunity to do this. All right, so now I'm going to go into my activation phase, and I'm going to obviously activate the two choices I have on the table, the Paladin Commander, and the Paladin Enforcers. So I'm going to start with the Enforcers. So I'm going to pick this guy in front, and he's going to move his 6 inches. I should be able to move straight through this hole. He's going to come to right there. See if I got within an inch. I did. Awesome. So now I'm going to place the other 2 guys in the squad within 2 inches of him. So
I will bump your score up by 3.
Okay. You don't have to do it till the end of my activation, but yeah.
I mean, nothing's stopping it, so I'm just trying to save some time.
Okay. So this guy is going to go 2 inches this way, and then this guy is going to go
This isn't looking good for the home team.
2 inches that way, and then I've got my arc. So he's in range of all of them. Wow. So they are all in range of all of them. Like, excellent. Okay. So I'm going to move into the shooting phase. I am going to look at my Paladin Enforcer squad. So my Paladin Enforcers have a Divination Lock Spike. During its activation, the squad can spike to ignore cover and stealth for the rest of its activation. So I'm going to do that right now. And I'm going to shoot a bunch.
My Weaver is ready.
Alright, well, I think I'm actually going to start with your Hunter silhouette.
No!
Because he is only armored 2. So this guy that's closest to him is going to shoot him first.
Okay.
I am a rat of 3.
I'm a defensive 4.
Okay. And I rolled blanks like you did.
We both rolled a J. It's a double J.
If I just rolled 1 success, that would have hit, and he would be dead. Just 1.
Yep, just 1.
Do it again. Same guy.
Okay.
1.
And I rolled 2.
Yep. All right. So I'm going to do the same thing, but with the guy back at the objective.
Perfect.
3.
4.
All right. Do it again. One more time. I rolled a 4 this time.
And you got me by 1.
All right. So they are a POW of 4. I beat you by 1. So I need a 2 to kill him. He is dead.
Oh, yeah. Bye-bye, Hunter.
Okay. So that leaves just this one guy.
Yep.
He's got 2 shots. I'm going to shoot at your Weaver.
Okay.
And once again, unfortunately, your Weaver is also a defense 4.
Yep.
Which is going to make this tough. All blanks.
And I rolled a 3.
Alright, so last shot.
That was a weird roll for me. I'm gonna re-roll that. It like didn't leave the table.
Well, I rolled all blanks, so you don't have to worry about it.
Perfect.
And by that you mean awful? Yes, I agree. Awful.
I mean,
All
I'm
right.
gonna get to use my Weaver. I'm super excited.
Well, we'll see.
Oh, don't say that.
Let's see. He is range 10. So yeah, you're gonna get to use your Weaver because I'm 17 inches away with my Paladin Commander. So there's nothing I can do about that. Alright, so my Paladin Commander's gonna go. He's gonna move.
I'm suddenly very excited.
Alright, so he's gonna go 1.5 inches to there. And the reason I focused so hard on your hunter is because I wanted to move this guy up here to a spot where your hunter would have just sniped him to death.
Yep, that is exactly what would have happened there.
So yeah, so he's gonna end up like right here, maximizing as much cover as he can get, keeping him out of line of sight of that jack. And so the other reason I wanted to get rid of that hunter and I focused on him so much is because I need to put a gate in play. So don't think I can see anything with my Paladin Commander because I kept it so that he couldn't be seen by the Dusk Wolf, and he's only range 10. I guess I might be able to shoot at your gate. Not that I think I can really do damage. Yep, I'm within 10 of your gate, so I'm going to shoot at the gate.
Okay.
I am a rat of 4 to your defense of 3. I rolled a 3.
And I rolled a 1.
Alright, so I beat you by 2. But I'm only POW 3. So I need to roll a 5. And I rolled a 4. So no dice. Alright, so I'm gonna put an activation token on my guy. I'm going to deploy my gate because I don't have a gate in play. Actually, I do have a gate in play.
Yep, you have a singular arc gate at the back.
However, because I have 2 squads on the table, I mean, I guess, do I think you're going to wipe something off the table? You're either going to kill my gate. Don't think the Weaver can kill this whole squad by himself, but he might be able to. The Hunter could possibly kill the Paladin Commander. But if I don't, and you just decide not to, I would only be able to activate my Weaver unless you just shot him off the table, which is an option. So I think I'm going to risk it and not deploy anything.
Okay.
I'd love to be able to deploy my Firebrand, but I only have 1 arc back here. So I'm going to deploy this gate. Right here. And deploy it. There. A little closer to the chest. And I'm going to put, to be safe, 5 arc on it.
Okay.
Okay. So that is my deployment phase, my gate deployment phase. So then I'm going to pitch a card. And let's see. gonna pick kinetic accelerator because I don't think I'm gonna be in melee with my jack before the end of this round. And because I don't have a discard pile, don't have a deck, I will come over here and flip my deck over, shuffle it up, and draw 2 more cards. Oh look, I just drew that card I just discarded. Great.
That's the best.
Sure, we'll go with that. Alright, and that is the end of my turn 1.
Okay. So, I have nothing to pull activation tokens off of. I always want to call them action tokens.
Yep, not a problem.
During my charge phase, when I'm casting a Fury through my Weaver,
Okay.
it's based on how many arc I have in my pool, not on my Weaver, correct?
Correct.
Okay. I'm going to choose to pull 3 arc off of this gate.
Okay. Go high.
Could be a little risky, but I am then going to, during my first cipher phase, cast Instability Equation
Yep.
on this guy, because I know both the guys are within 2.
So cast it on this guy.
Okay.
So this is the guy they're within 2 of.
Okay. I was not sure.
You have line of sight. You have line of sight.
So I will cast Instability Equation on
Your
him.
range 10, you can see me through there like that. I don't have cover because I'm not within an inch of cover. So, yep, you're good.
Oh yeah, yeah. I screwed up that cover thing again. That's why I pulled so many dice out.
Don't worry about it. I got you.
So I get 4 red dice because I have 4 arc in my pool.
Okay. I'm def 3.
Okay.
So I rolled a 2.
I rolled a 5.
So you get 3 red dice.
And 4 white dice because it is POW 4.
Yep. Okay. And I am arm 3.
And I rolled lots.
So he is dead.
Okay.
So then against the other 2 guys, you get just a base POW blast damage. So you don't roll the red dice, you just roll the white die.
Okay.
And this is why I put 5 arc on that gate.
Alright. So, first guy.
You need to roll a 3. Actually, I'm sorry, you need to roll a 4 because this is, even though it doesn't say explosive on the card, any blast damage has been rolled that is an explosive damage. And my guys have reactive armor, so they are actually armor 4 against them.
Oh, okay. And then, so the first one I rolled a J. The second one?
Oh, I really hope that rolling a J isn't that all blanks doesn't get transferred to the internet. I'm sure it will now that I've said this, but...
And then I roll a 4, so I get to remove another one.
So this guy, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Which one? This one?
The one in the rubble.
Okay. So that you can shoot me with your guy that's will probably activate.
Yes.
Okay. Because he's the only soul you have in play.
Yep.
Okay. So now you get to activate.
I know that card is so good.
It is. It really is. It's in all my decks.
I totally see why. As soon as I saw you move your unit there, I was like, oh my, do I ever get to use my Weaver?
My hope was no, but obviously yes.
So I'm obviously activating the Weaver, and so I have to activate something to score the thing I'm beside.
Because it's at the end of the activation. So do you want to activate the Dusk Wolf, or do you want to activate the squad?
I'm going to activate the squad, I think, because I feel like the Dusk Wolf is harder to remove.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, because I guess one blast attack could potentially kill my whole fire team. So I'm going to activate them.
Okay.
And I am just going to shimmy them around a little because I don't think. Oh, actually, I could shoot your gate. Actually.
So you have two options. So first things first. Okay. So so what did you charge, by the way?
I removed Fury.
Oh, that's right. You
Or
removed.
Arc.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you could shoot my gate. Alternatively, if you can get up there, you could possibly shoot my Paladin Commander.
Yeah. But I gotta leave something within an inch.
Yep. So probably not. I mean, I guess it. No, you could do it.
Yep.
I mean, they're range 12, so the front two guys could probably be just in range of the Paladin Commander because I think he's just under 16 from you. And so a 30mm base model is just more than an inch wide, and you have to be within 2. So if your guy was within an inch of the objective, he would be slightly more than 2 inches. So then the other two guys would be like maybe 5.5 inches total from the objective. So with your range 12, you could be like range 17.5-ish.
Your math just hurt my brain there. Why you gotta hit me with the hard math?
It's not that hard.
So I have to be there.
So an inch is 25.4mm. So if you think about it that way, it's a 30mm base it's actually a little less than 5.5, but yeah. So yeah, like so you'd move this guy, you put him so that he's exactly within an inch. Let me there's an inch from your objective.
Okay.
I'd bounce him a little bit closer like this over here, so he has a little bit of cover. So then you take that guy and you move him too. And so he is
Within range.
Within range. And then so you take your other guy and put him within, so you put him here. Put him here. Put him like there. He is also in range, just in range.
Okay. But what's your defense on the Weaver?
So
Or the Paladin Commander?
From this guy, I don't think I'm going to have... Actually, from either guy, I'm not going to have cover. So I am a defensive 3, I believe. Let me double check that.
Yeah, I guess so. Unless you count like this little piece of
I'm not
pipe
gonna,
as
I'm
cover.
not going to count that as cover.
Okay.
Yeah, so the Paladin Commander is def 3. And he has 2 wounds.
Okay, so I'm going to take my shots.
Okay.
So they are a rat of 3.
Okay.
Roll like you do for me, pal.
No. So I roll a 1.
And I rolled a 3.
Okay. So you beat me by 2.
Yes.
And you are a POW of 4.
Yes. And your arm is?
3.
I deal you 1 damage.
Okay. Hercules. Rolled a 3 this time.
Oh. And I rolled a J.
Yay. So I will get to activate something on my turn. That'd be great.
Yeah, you're lucky. I'll get you next time, Gadget. Ooh, actually.
You still have some options here, my friend.
I just saw it. I just spun my board to see it.
You have some options.
Okay. So now I will activate my Weaver.
Okay. I'm gonna put an activation token on your squad.
Thank you, sir.
And you score 3 as well, so you're at 9. You're good. You have clearance.
So I can go 6. What is... So I'm just gonna drop him there.
Okay.
Because I want to see just out.
You're just out, yeah.
Ugh. So, that being the case,
You gonna leave him back there?
I'm going to shimmy around this thing.
Okay.
So we'll go to there.
Okay.
And then F1, right? And then I will go 4 inches to there.
Okay.
Come on. There we go. And I'm going to shoot at your Paladin Enforcer.
Okay.
Lee Weaver has a rat of 3.
Yep. I rolled a 5.
Well, so that's not happening.
Woohoo! I get to activate 2 things on my turn. Unless you fury me off the table.
That's the hope.
That's the plan.
Gonna give her the good old college try, as they say.
Yep.
So, now that that's all said and done, it is my second cipher phase.
Okay.
And I'm going to... I can't fury you off the table, actually.
Why not?
Because Cryolock has no actual damage.
Woohoo! And both of my things already have activation tokens.
Yeah, I'll get you next time, Gadget.
So that's actually why I've stopped playing with Cryolock. So Cryolock is something that I used to play with constantly because I thought it was really cool that you could like zap somebody's heavy jack and make it so they couldn't activate. But because it doesn't do damage, a lot of the people that I've been sort of chatting about higher level thinking about stack building, we've all dropped it from our decks because of that exact thing.
Yeah, I just wasn't too sure. I thought like maybe being able to control activations a little bit would be useful.
Oh, and it is. I think it is. And I think in full-size games, having a deck that is more, and especially if you're going to play more than 3 pulse rounds, I think having a deck of 12 to 15 cards is actually fine. Having 14 or 15 cards is fine.
How does this keep happening?
What do you mean?
I got extra cards in my deck again.
I have no idea.
Did I steal some of yours? So I have 4?
Nope, I have 13.
Weird.
So now you have
an extra thermal cycle.
Right. So now for whatever reason you have, because you were down 4 before.
Yeah.
And now you're up 4. I don't know how that worked, but
okay, so that's extra.
Huh.
Trying to figure out what else is extra.
Well, here.
Divination. I have an extra arcane synthesis. Gone. I have an extra ascension catalyst. But it must have just happened because I didn't see 2 of any of those in the cycle there.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there at all. That's really weird.
Because you'd think they'd come up double, but they didn't.
Yeah.
Cryolock, instability, velocity. Oh, do I have 2 instabilities? That's it. Okay, I found my extra 4, so we're back to normal.
Okay.
We have no idea what's going on, guys.
It's really weird. I've never seen that happen before.
And I pull an arcane synthesis. Actually, I guess I should have shuffled that.
It's fine. Or, I mean, you can shuffle it if you want. Go ahead.
Shuffle, 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 shuffle. And I pull a reiteration complex. I think I like
Okay.
that shuffle.
I like that less.
And then we were in. Oh, I kind of jumped again. I skipped deployment and void gate phase. I'm a bad
Yeah,
monkey.
you want to put that hunter out.
Yes, I do. Ooh, I can't. I don't.
Sure you can.
Oh,
Right
yep,
here.
yep. I'm tired from last night.
You're good, man. All right.
Drop that hunter into play. Gate goes bye-bye.
Yep.
And then I can deploy a gate.
Yep. Oh, look.
I'll deploy my gate there. And I'm gonna put 3 arc on it. Yeah, we'll go 3 arc.
Okay.
And then that's me because I jumped the gun and did discard and draw already.
Okay.
So we are
yep,
turn
my
2.
last. Yep, my turn 2. Okay. So ready phase. So both of my things have an activation token, so
Okay.
we'll pull those off. So then charge phase. I am going to charge my single squad guy. All right. So I don't have a fury, so I don't have to worry about him. There's nothing I can do about that. Yep, pretty much. Okie dokie. So Cypher phase. Alright, so I'm going to play Gresham Theorem and have a model immediately make a ranged or melee attack. I'm going to have my Paladin Enforcer attack your Hunter solo.
Oh.
So I have I have 3 white dice, and then I'm charged, so I get a red die.
Okay, and I have a defense of 4.
Yep. So I rolled a 2.
Oh, I only rolled a 1.
Alright, so I'm POW 4. You are armed 2.
Oh.
So goodbye, Hunter.
Wah wah.
Alright. So now we go to my activation phase. I'm going to activate my Paladin Commander and my single Enforcer dude that have been holding it down with their bootstraps. I'm going to activate the squad first.
Okay.
He's going to move. He's going to come over here and say hi to your Weaver. Actually, I think I'm going to have him come here.
Okay.
So, my Paladin Enforcers have a special rule that while charged, so their charge ability, that is the wrong set of cards. So, when this model makes an attack during its activation while charged, it can make both its assault rifle and bayonet attack.
Good times.
Yep. So I'm going to stab you first.
Not if I roll defense.
I am a mat of 3, and I'm charged, so I'll get 3 white dice and a red. You're defense 4. I rolled a 2.
I also rolled a 2.
Alright, so then I'm going to shoot you with my assault rifle. I rolled a 1.
And I rolled a J.
Okay, so my assault rifle is POW 4. Your armor is what?
My arm is 3.
Okay, so I need to roll a 6 somehow on these 5 dice. Come on, baby. So I rolled a 3.
Okay.
So no dice.
1 damage. 1
Yep.
wound.
You guys just get back in the bag. Come on, get back.
I just like gave up on putting the dice back in the bag.
So these dice keep rolling cockeyed on top of each other, so I want to just, get rid of them and start fresh.
It's called dice jail.
Yeah, that thing. All right. So that's the end of his activation. So now we're going to go to my Paladin Commander, and he is going to move. His 6 to right here. And he is going to shoot at the guy closer to the building.
Okay.
His gun is range 10.
Oh yeah, well within.
So he's in range, and it's a blast weapon.
Yep.
Alright, so I am a rat of 4, I believe, because I'm a commander. I am.
They have a defense of 3, my Rangers.
Okay. So... Wow, I rolled an 8 on 4 dice.
Yep,
4 white dice.
You obliterated me.
Woohoo! What'd you roll?
I rolled a 2.
Alright, so I get 6
Oh my god.
red dice.
I'm just gonna go ahead and remove him.
Okay, that's fine.
It's like not even worth rolling at that point.
Yep. Because I hit that guy, I will get to roll POW 3 blast damage rolls on the other 2 guys.
Okay.
So we'll start with the guy that was next to him first. I need to roll and I don't.
That's the J I know and love.
So then the other guy, hey. So he rolls a 2 and fails as well.
Perfect.
I'll disagree with you. That was really not perfect. I really needed that to succeed. Alright, so I'm going to give him an activation token. So then I'm going to go to my second Cypher phase. I don't have anything to play. So we're going to go to my deployment phase. I'm going to spend 2 arc off of this gate. And put my firebrand. Put my firebrand right there. Risk it for the biscuit. And then I'm going to spend 1 arc off of this other gate. And I'm going to put my weaver. Yeah. Right there.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Pulling this gate off. So there's no reason to deploy a gate, because even if I deploy models in my next turn, I won't be able to deploy within an inch of a objective, so I won't be able to contest or score. So I'm just going to leave this gate off.
Okay.
And then... So now I'm going to pitch a card. So last turn is my last turn, so I will... Next turn is my last turn, so I'm going to pitch this card... Pitch Impulse Inducer, which removes an activation token from a Warjack. And I'm going to draw up to 5 and hope for something good. Okay. So null collider and displacement index. Not that I think that one would be necessary. All right. So it is your turn too.
Okay.
You have 2 turns left, and I have 1 turn left.
I have one more thing to activate during my
Yep.
ready phase, so nothing happens. Charge phase. This is tough. I could try and kill your Weaver, so you can't score that back one.
Well, what's gonna kill my Weaver?
I have the card that lets me activate.
Oh, and take a shot.
Yes, I'm 9% sure. Let me double check.
Okay.
Yeah, I have nope. Temporal cycle. That's what it is.
Oh, so but you'd only be able to activate either your squad or your warjack, and not both. Remember, they're both units.
Yes. Yeah.
So you could either try and kill the Weaver, or you could try and kill the Firebrand.
Yeah.
And if you don't kill the Firebrand's going to come over there and beat himself up a Duskwall.
I mean, he can try.
What?
So I'm gonna play divination algorithm.
Okay.
On the Duskwolf. Oh, sorry, charge phase.
Charge phase.
I'm going to charge the Duskwolf.
Okay.
And then I'm going to play divination algorithm.
Yep.
On the Duskwolf.
Okay.
So +1 range and POW.
Yep.
And then I'm going to just go ahead and
come on over and get in melee.
Uh,
Think you'll be able to get within an inch? Hold on, let me, here's a...
as long as I'm still within
an inch there, and you're within an inch there. Yep.
Perfect. It is.
And by that I mean not perfect.
Oh, it is 100% perfect.
Okay, so let's talk about my Firebrand, because this hasn't ever mattered until... I don't have an arc, so I won't be able to use my repulsor shield, so that when you hit me with an attack, I can slam you away from me in melee. I won't be able to do that. However, I have a Cortex that I haven't used yet, which is the Reflex Cortex.
Yep.
So when this model is targeted by an attack, after the attack is resolved, I can immediately move up to 3 inches.
Gotcha. So that kind of makes me choose what I want to target you with.
Correct.
I don't think you can get at a range of my guns with 3 inches.
Nope, probably not.
So I should.
Though if you like were attacked with your melee weapon, I might be able to move 3 and then 3 and end up behind the building, so you wouldn't get your 3rd shot at me.
Okay. So I think I'm.
So I am going to be slowed by this terrain, so.
Yeah, I guess you could only move 1.5 inches, eh? For your first one?
I only move an inch, right? Because it's -2 to your move.
Oh, right, yep. I was thinking half movement.
So you should still be able to get all your shots at me.
Okay, so I'm going to
just move closer. We'll see.
I'll start with the Ripper.
Okay.
It is POW 4. And my MAT on the Duskwolf is 4.
Okay, and my defense is 3.
And I have 3 arc on me, so that's 3 red dice.
Yep. I rolled a 3.
And I rolled a 3.
Yay! And since you targeted with me with an attack, I can move.
Okay.
And I'm going to choose to move my inch actually towards you.
Okay.
So hopefully by the end of this movement, I'm going to be able to be out of this terrain. Right?
Yep, that makes sense.
Okay, so now your next attack.
I'm going to use my battle rifle.
Okay.
I rolled
I
a 3.
rolled a 4. So you miss me again. Woohoo! So I'm going to move again. I can only move an inch. But this time, I think, maybe. Nope, still in the terrain.
Alright, this time we're using the big bad, the railgun.
Okay. This is what you need to hit me with anyways.
Yeah.
Alright. I rolled a 1.
I rolled a 8.
Oh god. So you get 7 red dice.
Yep.
And I'm going to make you roll this. I'm guessing you're going to spike.
Yes.
Okay, I pulled your arc.
And it's POW 5, so that's 5 white dice and 7 red dice.
However, you also have this divination algorithm in play, so it's actually POW 6.
Yes, yes it is.
Okay, and I am armor 3. So you
Okay.
need to roll a 9.
So many dice.
Because of the -1. So you are currently sitting at a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Reroll that cocked die. And if you roll a 2, you'll kill me.
Oh!
Oh, I saw it! I saw it! I take 2 damage.
Okay.
Still there, because you do 8 instead of 9.
That was a horrible roll considering the amount of dice I just chucked.
Yep.
But
So,
at the end of its activation, I do score 3 points,
you do.
putting me up
Putting
to
you
12.
Up to 12, which is going to get bad for me.
And then activation token on that bad boy.
Yep.
And then we are on the second cipher phase.
Yep.
So, for my second cipher, I'm going to... What do you have for Furies going on?
Fun stuff.
Yeah, so you might be able to score number 3.
Hopefully. And if I can kill your jack, I should be able to score number 1 as well.
Gotcha. So this is getting a wee bit tight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't think... Yeah. I have nothing. Guess I will play Displacement Index.
Okay.
So I'm going to move my unit 3.
Boo.
I just want to try
Yeah.
and get him within an inch. I don't think there's a place I can have cover and be within an inch. That's close, but not quite.
But yeah, having them both be within an inch is a strong play. It's going to really screw up what I wanted to do.
And then we are on the deployment phase because I'm not forgetting that this time.
Okay. So just remember that you can't deploy a model within an inch of an objective.
Yeah. So I'm going to deploy my hunter here.
Okay.
It's well with outside of an inch, actually.
So yeah, and put him back here around the corner.
Yeah, it's within 2, right?
Within 1.
Right.
Yep. And he's speed 7, so he'll definitely be able to activate and go get that objective.
Yep.
Unless I can figure out some crazy way to kill him, which I doubt.
And then gate deployment.
Yep. Shouldn't need to play. Go ahead.
Now, can you walk through my gate?
I can.
Okay. So, there's no real point in deploying a gate.
Correct, because we each have one turn left, and you can't deploy to contest or score.
And then, because there's only 1 turn left, temporal cycle really isn't that good.
Correct.
So I'm going to discard temporal cycle.
Okay.
And that's gone.
You played that during your turn?
Yep.
Oh, that was the reposition 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
So then we're going to draw 3 cards and see if we can't create some magic.
Okay.
All right. Your go, sir. Last set of turns.
Okie dokie. Alright, so, charge phase. I am going to, instead of putting a... Let's see. So yep, instead of putting a arc on the table, I'm going to pull these 3 back,
Okay.
which collapses my gate. Okay.
Yep.
So then my first cipher phase.
I still can't believe I didn't kill your jack.
I'm so happy. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Can't quite get there to contest.
Yep, I'm going to play Arcane Synthesis, which lets me put any number of arc on a model.
Yep.
I'm going to put 3 arc on my jack.
I'm gonna bring the pain.
Yep, the idea.
I think Arcane Synthesis has to be like one of the best cards.
I would agree. Alright, so we do that. So one thing that hasn't come up this game, because I'm not very good at using weavers because I never use them in Continuum,
Yep.
is that my Paladin Weaver has a spike that does effectively the same thing as Arcane Synthesis to a unit within 10 inches of it.
Wow.
Yep. So he's able to control, so you're able to either put on or take off any number of arc from one unit within 10 inches.
That's really nice, actually.
Yep. It gives you another way to control arc, whether it's on the table or off. Okay. So I'm obviously going to activate my Firebrand and my Paladin Weaver. So my Firebrand's going to go, and he is going to attack you.
Okay.
I'm going to attack with my... So he's going to stay where he is. So I'm going to attack you with my shield. Is it my shield first or my... What do I want to do first? So I want to do my glaive first.
Okay.
So I'm a mat of 4.
I'm a defense of 3.
I have 3 arc. And I'm actually range 4 with this attack right now, but
Yep.
that doesn't matter. So I rolled a 9.
And I rolled a 1.
Okay.
So 8 red dice.
Yep. And 5 white dice.
You might just go ahead and one-shot them.
I hope. Though I have some other cool options that I'd love to get to do. Alright, so let's see if I can roll well this time. So you're an armor of 4, so I need an 8.
You got it.
Even with this cocked die, I do it. So my shield has a roll, has a spike to slam. So I was hoping to, if I didn't kill you, slam you back and then shoot you with my gun and then move up. So he's gonna move and step up.
Boy, am I glad that I claimed that one last turn.
Yep. So, so I'm going to claim this objective.
Okay.
I'm gonna end my activation. I don't think there's anything within 12 of me. It doesn't look like it. So I can't spike and ignore line of sight to shoot. Except for my own models, which I don't want to do. Okay. So you got me up to 10. Awesome. So you have claimed this one over here and the number 2, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So yeah, so I think you have this game in the bag, but I'm going to push and see what I can do. So
Yep, we might as well play it out.
Yep, my Weaver's going to go. And he is going to move his 6 and end up right there. He is going to melee attack this guy that's within an inch of him.
Okay.
So I am a mat of 4.
I got my good old Rocksteady defense of 3.
Yep. And I rolled a 4.
Oh, and I rolled a 3.
Okay. So I am a POW 4.
And they are armor.
And, yep, 3.
Yep.
So if you had an arc on you, his melee weapon has the null special rule, so he would actually remove a point of arc from you.
I know, that's super cool. That alone almost made me want to go ISA.
Yep. Alright, so I rolled a 4, which is enough to kill him.
Yep. Gonzo.
Okay. So then, so that's the end of his activation.
Yeah.
So then I'm going to, so let's see if I got within an inch of this objective.
Yep.
I did, but you are contesting, so I can't score it, unfortunately. And it scores at the end of my activation, not the end of my turn.
Yeah.
So, you win the game, sir.
Sweet. Though I will say, you did take some, we'll say, ill-advised shots in the sake of learning, so I'm not going to take full credit for the W.
So I'll say this. So I did try and win, but with that said, it's my philosophy as a organizer for Privateer Press games that for new players such as yourself, they're getting into a game, I want to give you the best play experience you can have to be excited about the game. So, the first game, when I'm running a demo game for War Machine, I guarantee you're going to win. The second game, I'm going to guarantee you're going to win, but I'm going to do something that's going to go make you go, wow, that's cool. The third game, you're also going to win, but I'm going to beat up in your models and make it a very close game. And then the fourth game, all bets are off. Now, for this play series that we're talking about doing, and just so you guys know that are on stream and watching this on YouTube, this is the first of at least 4 games that Josh and I are going to play together, and we're talking about possibly doing more than that. So this is the first starter box intro game. Then the next game we're going to do is going to be a full-size skirmish game, which is 8 units and up to 1 hero. Probably going to play on this board again, and expand upon the armies you've seen in this game. So then the next game we're going to do is another full-size skirmish, and we'll probably play on a different boards. You can see different kinds of terrain, different kinds of units, and I'm going to switch to Continuum so that you can see how they play. Are you going to stick with Marcher Worlds, you think, or are you going to try something else?
I'm going to stick with Marcher Worlds for at least the first 2.
Okay.
For game 3, I might consider switching to ISA.
Okay. So then for the fourth game, we're actually going to we're going to take some time, and it might take 2 or 3 streams to be able to get all the parts of the game, because we're going to play a full-sized 15-unit game on a 4x4, and it'll probably be the next game we play will probably be either 3 or 4 turns in each pulse round. I think for the third game we play, we'll probably play with 4 turns in a pulse round. That's what I've usually played in skirmish, full-size skirmish games.
Okay.
And then the full-size game will probably play 5 turns, because it just, for that size of a board, you need that many turns to be able to get across the table.
Yeah, that makes sense. I expect the kitty gloves to be off for the next game, by the way.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'll be.
One learning game's good enough for me.
Yeah.
I've cut my teeth. It's time to go.
Yep. So the exciting things, guys, to look forward to the next game. And thank you so much, Josh, for inviting me to stream with you. It's been great. And things to look forward to the next game is that ISA is the only army right now that has a unit attachment. So what unit attachments do is it's a additional model you can add to a squad. Each squad can have any number of unit attachments at once, but you can only have one of each type. Currently, there's only one in the game, but as the game expands, there will probably be more. The thing that I've found as a Continuum player playing against ISA is that when ISA have 4-man squads, and they have multiple 4-man squads on the table, they are very hard to remove. And the attachment that attaches to the Paladin Enforcer squads, or Paladin Annihilator squads, which you'll also see in the next game, which are their heavy squad. So that Harbinger cannon that my Jack has, the squad, all of them has that.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that.
Which is going to be rough on him. But the attachment has a different gun. So, and he also has a aura that he adds to the unit. So while charged, Paladin Enforcer and Paladin Annihilator squads that have an attachment added to them always have cover.
That's
which is pretty strong.
Pretty crazy.
And then, yep. And then you can spike with that guy to so when he shoots his gun, if he hits somebody, he automatically gives them the lockdown continuous effect. So the lockdown continuous effect is -2 speed for that model. So he'll be able to like shoot a Jack and make it slower, or shoot that Weaver and make it so that he can't quite get across the table to use his Furies, things like that. And then he can spike to actually slam a model away, which is pretty cool. So the way you deploy an attachment for a unit is that when deploying, you don't have to pre-attach that attachment to your squad. You can decide, hey, I'm going to spend one more deployment point and have the squad cost 3 instead of 2, and deploy the squad with that guy. Or if I only have 2, I can just choose to deploy the squad by itself. And attachments don't cost anything don't cost a spot in your 8 or 15 unit build.
Yeah, like a hero.
Yep. So things to look forward to on his side is he's going to be able to add the both his heavy squad, which is a explosive heavy squad, which is crazy. It's 3 guys with explosive rocket launchers.
Yeah, they look cool.
Which is nuts. And then he also gets to use his mechanic solo. So one of the things that the weakness that for ISA is that they don't currently have a support solo that can repair their models and boost them with other abilities. So his mechanic solo can repair friendly models within an inch of him instead of making an attack roll, or it can spike to do what's called a tune-up action. So he can target a Warjack, and what tune-up does is it removes all current continuous effects on that Warjack, and then gives it the tune-up continuous effect. The tune-up continuous effect adds +1 mat, +1 rat, +1 defense, and +1 strength to a Warjack. And it stays in play like a continuous effect until the end of the round, and then you roll to see if it stays in play or expires.
Which is
yeah. Go ahead.
It's absolutely bonkers. Like, I haven't even got to use it yet, and I know how strong that is.
Yep. So the other cool thing about the mechanic is that instead of doing tune-up, you can spike and reactivate a Warjack within 10 inches as well.
Yeah, which that in itself is strong. We saw that just with the extra activation card.
Yeah, and on top of that, he also has both a gun and a melee wrench. So the gun is really cool because for every arc on it, You get to roll 2 red dice for attack rolls instead of 1.
Oh, wow.
Now he can only have 1 arc, but that for a POW 4 gun, that's on a guy that I believe is. Let me see. I've got the stats here in front of me. He is a Mat and Rat of 3. So for a guy that's Rat 3, he can be Rat 3 and 2 red dice to attack, and with a POW 4 gun, a POW 3 gun, that's can add a lot of damage to your roll.
I think at the end of the next game,
Yep.
we will take a little time. Like, I'll have 2 games in the books. You have several.
Yep.
We'll either make it its own stream after the game is done, or depending on how long our last bit of the stream goes, we'll sit down and we'll just talk about what cards we think are currently strong, what models we think are currently strong, what we think could be improved upon, and just kind of our overall reflection of the game so far.
Sounds good.
On that note, guys, thanks for joining us for our first skirmish game of Warcaster. I hope it was helpful and informative. I appreciate everyone that stopped by and said hi, and we'll talk to you guys next time.
See you guys later.